differently. I'm built differently. I'm built differently. I'm built differently. I'm built.
So this video will be quick. So Jake the dog versus Monkey D. Luffy. Okay, and well, I don't know a lot about One Piece because I haven't watched it. I watched someone's videos about it, and I mean, if that guy's wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm sorry. So, to my understanding, how strong Luffy is that he is. So there's this one character, to my understanding, and from what I read, I looked at the feat itself, and it has been explained to me that this guy basically cut a continent in half, and this continent was basically made of ice that it's specifically stronger than normal ice even. So think about someone, I don't know, splitting, I don't know, Australia, but it's made of ice, right? He split Australia in half, right? And from my understanding, Luffy, it's at this point a lot stronger than that character was at the time. Like, maybe even 10 times stronger. If that's the true, then I would say that Luffy is somewhere around continental level, maybe multi-continental. Now, this is from this feat alone, and the power scaling that would put him way above it. But if there are feats that put him at, I don't know, planet level or moon level, I mean, I don't know, please let me know in the comments, because I'm not aware of any of them, at least none that are canon, you know. So in terms of speed, from what I understand, he is beyond light speed. He's like multiple times light speed, like tens of times, maybe even hundreds, as some people say. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say he's like multiple times the speed of light, hundreds, maybe even, right? So that's Luffy, multi-continental, tens of times, if not hundreds of times light speed. On the other hand, we have Jake the dog from Adventure Time. How strong is he? Now, I actually watched all of Adventure Time, so I have a better idea about how strong Jake is. So when it comes to speed, because we were just talking about Luffy's speed, it's kind of hard to point out where characters are in terms of speed in Adventure Time because they're very inconsistent. Like, a lot of characters can dodge lightning, which is cool because that means they're at least faster or on par with lightning, but sometimes they can dodge lasers and light, so that means they're like light speed or close to light speed. And there's even some cases where there's characters who can move where there is no time. For example, Orgalorg has existed before time has existed.
Before there was time, before there was anything, there was nothing. And before there was nothing, there were monsters.
And someone like Finn is able to react and even defeat Orgalorg. And someone like Glob is also able to defeat Orgalorg, meaning that some of those Adventure Time characters, you might be able to argue that they're so fast that they can fight characters that can move where there is no time. That is conventionally addressed as being inaccessible speed or infinite speed or whatever. The point being, it's way faster than any light speed feats. But of course, this is a cartoon, it's a comedy, so or at least partially a comedy, so the show, it's kind of inconsistent with its characters in terms of speed. But at the most charitable you can be to Jake, you can you can say that he's comparable to some of those characters like Finn, so he should be in the ballpark of inaccessible or infinite speed. When it comes to how strong he is, I feel like it's very easy to make an argument for why he is at least planet level. Not only that his daughter, who should be even weaker than him, was able to grow to sizes comparable to the moon and the earth, but in a comic that it's questionably canon, you can see that Jake, after he dies, grows big enough to fill a hole in the earth that it's bigger than the moon. There's also the fact that Ice King is strong enough in an alternate timeline to freeze the whole planet, and Finn and Jake defeat him all the time. There's also the fact that Finn was able to sustain power and heat from Flame Princess that Princess Bubblegum stated was able to destroy and burn the whole planet. There's also the fact that there's this one character guy who can basically cut planets easily, and then he can be restricted by the Guardians of the Citadel, which end up being weaker than the Lich, for example, who is a character that Finn and Jake have fought multiple times. Not necessarily that they can beat the Lich, but at least physically, Finn can defeat him. And Jake is physically stronger than Finn most of the time, or at least they're relative to each other. And there's also the fact that Jake himself can grow to sizes that can even dwarf planets, and in the same scene he was able to overpower the power of a black hole, which black holes can be anywhere from like able to destroy planets to even able to destroy stars and solar systems, which is incredible. So, I mean, if you ask me, I feel like Jake should beat Luffy most of the time, unless you can come up with something that Luffy does that is inaccessible speed, or I don't know, immeasurable speed or something. I don't see how Luffy can be stronger than Jake, because Jake, remember, also is easily planet level through the power scaling of Adventure Time, while I don't see any evidence for One Piece even being that strong, or at least for Luffy being that strong, outside of some weak justifications I see some fans from One Piece doing or bringing to the table, but that doesn't really prove anything. But Adventure Time has a lot of feats, and even more feats in Adventure Time are along the lines of destroying universes, actually, but I don't want to bring them up because people there's not necessary to bring feats where people destroy universes and stuff, because planet level it's enough for Jake to defeat Luffy, in my opinion. So yeah, I feel like he wins.
Fantasy.